All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about how AI is becoming this incredible digital teaching assistant, something that's really here to help you completely rethink how you design and deliver your courses.
So, let me ask you, does this feel familiar? You pour so much time and energy into your course materials, but are they actually landing with your students? You know, in this world where everyone's attention is pulled in a million directions, it's a real struggle to keep things fresh, engaging, and honestly, accessible for every single learner.
And that's really the heart of what we're calling the modern course challenge. Look, before we jump into any fancy new tools, we've got to talk about the basics, the absolute foundation. Because whether your course is online or face-to-face, its success really boils down to one thing: the quality and accessibility of the learning materials.
Yeah, before we even get to the AI part, let's get crystal clear on this. Think of technology as an amplifier. It can take a good course and make it absolutely fantastic, but you know what it can't do? It can't fix a shaky foundation. So, everything we're about to explore, it only works if you're starting with high-quality, organized materials that are genuinely inclusive and, of course, tied directly to what you want your students to learn.
Okay, so where does AI come into play? Here's the best way to think about it. It's not a self-driving car that's taking over. Nope, it's more like a super smart GPS for your teaching journey. It's not replacing you. You're still the expert behind the wheel. This is your new AI assistant designed to help you navigate all those course design hurdles way more efficiently and, honestly, a lot more creatively too.
And like any good craftsperson, the secret is using the right tool for the job. Today, we're going to look at two real powerhouses. First up, you've got Notebook LM. Think of it as your personal teaching assistant that has instantly read and understood all your course materials. Then, on the other hand, you've got Gemini. That's more like your own private creative studio, ready to help you build brand new, interactive experiences from the ground up.
All right, let's kick things off with Notebook LM. This tool is so cool because it's all about taking the amazing content you already have, your lecture notes, your readings, your videos, and just unlocking their hidden potential. It's about working smarter, not harder.
And what it can create is just wow. You basically upload your stuff, and boom, Notebook LM can spit out a whole range of study aids. We're talking study guides, interactive FAQs, even audio summaries of your lectures. This means you can cater to all kinds of different learning styles with pretty much zero extra work on your part. And remember, this is all coming from the materials you've already created.
So how does it actually work? It's way simpler than you might think. First, you just log in and upload your files, your PDFs, your documents. You can even drop in YouTube links. Then, you just point the AI to the specific materials you want it to focus on. After that, it's just a conversation. You can ask it questions in a chat window, get summaries, get explanations, and then, whenever you're ready, you can tell it to create bigger things, like a full-on study guide or an audio overview.
Okay, but here's the part that is a total game changer: verification. When the chatbot gives you an answer, it doesn't just pull it out of thin air. It gives you clickable citations that take you right back to the exact sentence in your original document. I mean, this is absolutely huge for teaching students how to think critically and for allowing both you and them to check the facts and dig in deeper.
All right, so that's all about supercharging the content you've already got. But what if you want to create something brand new? Well, that's where Gemini comes in. Think of Gemini as your creative co-pilot, ready to help you build completely new, interactive learning content from scratch. And this is where we really move away from just passive reading and into active, hands-on learning. So instead of a boring text document, imagine your students actually running a simulation of a chemistry experiment right on their screen. Or what if you could turn that really dense chapter into a beautifully narrated and illustrated storybook? That's the kind of stuff Gemini can do. Create these rich experiences, even quizzes that give instant, helpful feedback. The best part is, the whole process is designed to keep you in the director's chair. Let's say you want to build one of those simulations. All you do is upload your content. Then, and this is the important part, you write a clear, detailed prompt telling the AI exactly what you want it to build. Gemini then does all the technical heavy lifting, building the thing in HTML5. You don't need to know a single line of code. Then you just get to review it and ask for tweaks until it's exactly what you envisioned. And you don't have to be some kind of prompt engineer to do this. Seriously, look at this example. A simple request like, convert this content into a narrated storybook with simple language and illustrations is all it takes. That's it. A single sentence can transform a complex academic paper into something really engaging and easy to understand. It's such a powerful way to make those tough concepts finally click for students.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But with great power comes, well, you know the rest. Using these tools effectively means more than just clicking a generate button. We need a smart, safe, and responsible approach to make sure we're still upholding the highest standards of education.
So let's walk through a few best practices, the real must-dos. First and foremost, and this one is non-negotiable, you have to be the final editor. Always check what the AI creates for accuracy. Equally important, make sure that every cool new thing you make actually connects back to your course's learning goals. And please, don't forget about accessibility. Things like captions, transcripts, and alt text are absolutely essential. Oh, and trust me on this one, a little bit of file organization up front will save you a world of pain later on.
But look, if you take away only one single thing from this entire discussion, let it be this: you are the final authority. AI is an assistant, it's a tool, it is not the expert. It can make mistakes, and it will. Your expertise, your judgment, that's what gives the course its value. You have to verify everything every single time before it gets in front of a student.
And speaking of must-dos, here is the #1 rule, the one rule to rule them all: protect student data. You have to be so careful about privacy. This means never, ever uploading any sensitive, personal, or confidential student information into these tools, period.
So, when you take a step back and look at all this, what does it mean for the future of teaching? Where are we headed with all this new technology?
The big takeaway here is that the goal is not to automate teaching. It's definitely not about replacing that essential human connection that happens in a classroom. The real goal is to augment what you do. It's about using AI to handle some of the tedious work, which frees you up to focus on what really matters, creating truly fantastic, engaging, and meaningful learning experiences for your students.
So that really just leaves us with one final thought, a question for you to take with you. You've seen the tools, you've heard the best practices. The only question left is, how are you going to use all this to redefine what's possible in your own classroom?